Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kevin Mahoney. I am the director of the Lackawanna College Police Academy, and I would like to thank you for all being here to celebrate the graduation of Class 263. Tonight, we celebrate not only the fact that the 24 men and women in Class 263 successfully met their academic requirements, but we recognize them for choosing a profession that has seen declining recruitment and retention in the past several years, and answering the call to service that so many communities desperately need. 29 years ago this week, I entered the State Police Academy and began my law enforcement career. But times and attitudes have changed since the 1990s. Our cadets have answered the call to serve and protect as police officers, despite the storm of skepticism and criticism swirling around our profession. Headlines often highlight the worst moments of the few, and too often ignore the overwhelming majority of officers who serve with honor and bravery. While some elected officials alternately support or condemn law enforcement, depending on which way the political winds are blowing, our cadets have chosen to stand between danger and the citizens they serve. They will not waver in the face of adversity and will provide empathy and hope to all those in need. They have chosen to extend a hand of help when others would turn away. Their commitment demonstrates a deep faith in the power of service, and they hold strong to the belief that justice, fairness, and compassion remain values worth upholding. Now for tonight, we always run a very tight ship here during our academy, but tonight is a celebration. Feel free to applaud and cheer loudly. Your cadets deserve it. Flash photography and video is absolutely allowed, and there's no need to hold your applause till the end while we are presenting our diplomas. See? First and foremost, and most importantly, I would like to thank the families and friends of our cadets for their unwavering support and encouragement as they progress through the academy. The academy training program is rigorous physically, mentally, and emotionally, and requires sacrifices not only by the cadets, but by their loved ones. You are the support system they have leaned on and will continue to lean on as they transition from cadet to police officer. Policing is a very rewarding career, but it can also place enormous stress on families. Policing is not a solitary pursuit. It extends far beyond uniforms and badges. It involves families who share in both the pride and the burden. You are the unsung heroes of our profession. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy our program tonight. And I think you all deserve to give yourself a big round of applause. I would also like to thank all of the representatives and presenters from law enforcement agencies present tonight. Thank you for entrusting us to train your future officers. Thank you for your service and your courage. And we thank you for making this theater the safest location in all of Northeastern Pennsylvania. Thank you, guys. Before we begin, I know you're waiting. I just want to get a couple thank yous out. I'd like to introduce our staff, or recognize our staff, who work tirelessly behind the scenes to ensure this program is the finest in the Commonwealth, except when it comes to microphones. From application to graduation, they all play an integral part in the success of our program. Our Assistant Director of Academy Operations is Jerry DeSoy. Jerry is a retired police chief from Wilkes-Barre and has been with the program since 2019. Jerry has nearly 4 decades of experience as a law enforcement professional, and I often rely on him for his wisdom and experience. Paul Bowman is our training director, training coordinator, and academy instructor. He's hiding back there, and he will stay back there. a former chief of police and an active police officer for 30 years. Lisa Senek is our in-service coordinator and MOPEC compliance administrator. Her organizational skills have helped streamline our operations, which has contributed greatly to the success of our program. Lisa will also be singing the national anthem later in the program. I would like to recognize Beth Thompson, our admissions advisor. The admissions and testing portion for applicants is lengthy and has a lot of moving parts, and her efforts are essential in developing our cadet classes. I joined this academy, oh, go ahead, yeah, give it. I joined this academy almost 4 years ago. I was retired for 7 days from the state police, but in 25 years prior to coming here, I worked alongside numerous graduates of this program, including municipal officers, county detectives, and state troopers. The Lackawanna College Police Academy has always had a great reputation, and I am proud to be part of the team. Most importantly, I'd like to recognize our instructors. I usually ask them to stand up and be recognized, but they're too cool. They won't do it. So I'm just going to say they're over there. I got more. Their long hours of preparation, their patience in the classroom, and their passion for this profession sets the standard for excellence. Because of them, our graduates leave this academy not only trained, but transformed and ready to serve with confidence. Finally, I would like to thank former director and current instructor Will Oliphant for helping prepare Class 263 for this ceremony, Bill Shane, director of the Lackawanna College Continuing Education Program, and Dr. Jill Murray, president of Lackawanna College. Now is what you've been waiting for. I would ask that all guests stand and join me in welcoming Class 263, led by Academy instructor, retired NYPD Sergeant, and current North Catasauqua Police Corporal Stephen Santiago, along with Dick McLean on the bagpipes. I also ask that you please remain standing for the national anthem. Corporal Santiago, please bring the graduates in. Corporal Santiago, please bring the class to attention for the national anthem.
Attention, right, face, present, off.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we
Please be seated. Class 263 will now undergo their final inspection as a class. Like most police departments, the Lackawanna College Police Academy is a paramilitary organization. Cadets must follow strict rules and regulations, act in a courteous and professional manner at all times, maintain close attention to detail, and at all times conduct themselves in a manner that reflects a positive and professional image on our academy. The final inspection will be conducted by Mr. Dominic DeNaples and Corporal Santiago. Mr. DeNaples is a veteran of the United States Army who previously served on the college's Board of Trustees and is a long-term supporter of our police academy.
Director, I now return to you these 24 cadets. They are well and duly prepared.
Thank you, sir. Corporal Santiago, please have the class proceed to their seats.
Line up. Ready. Forward. March. Take seats.
We will now hear from Mr. DeNaples, who will share a few words for our graduating class.
Thank you, Director. Good evening, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for your attendance. My speech tonight will be very brief, general in nature, and directed primarily to those 24 cadets. This gathering here tonight for this purpose again demonstrates Lackawanna College's continued commitment and contribution to higher learning, culture, and to getting people job ready here in northeastern and central Pennsylvania. Lackawanna College is not new in the teaching business. We have been educating and conferring degrees for a period spanning 3 centuries. We began way back in the 1800s, all through the 1900s, well into the 2000s. We survived 2 world wars, the Great Depression, and several other economic and political crises. And tonight, honor, distinction, and pride has come to visit us one more time. Tonight, the honors and distinction will rest with this class, those 24 cadets. The pride as always will remain here in the Academy, but more especially with all of you, the families of the graduates. More especially because you are the people who helped with the tuition, the babysitting, the transportation. You are also the people who gave them that little extra push and the encouragement to carry on when the road here may have gotten a little bit bumpy. And yes, folks, the road here is rather bumpy. The hill is steep and it's curvy. The way is very challenging and somewhat difficult. However, those 24 cadets know that this is the small price that must be paid and the sacrifice that must be made in exchange for all of this, the bigger opportunity to be here today. Let's talk a little bit about being here today. Those 24 cadets are not here today solely because of their choice. They're not here because they looked at the program and said, the price is right. I think I'll like it. I'm going to join up. It doesn't work that way. The vetting process, the screening process, and all that is necessary here prior to enrollment is well above and beyond what the average citizen can imagine. Class, tonight is a culmination of many months of hard work, study, training. Tonight you were escorted into this beautiful auditorium with ceremonial bagpipe music. People were clapping for you, shaking your hands, taking your pictures. The job, the certification is going to bring you to a lot of beautiful places like this. And class, the job and the certification is also going to bring you to every hellhole, every rat hole, and to the most tearful and ugly places. Get ready, you're going to see it all. Certification also brings with it a certain number of obligations. all of a sudden, you're going to become somewhat of a role model. You're going to be looked up to by your friends, your neighbors, your family, and more especially the youth and the children you come in contact with. The bar is now lifted on your personal behavior, and you must conduct yourselves accordingly. You must lead and you must teach by example. Class, you are well trained, you are well prepared, and you're scrubbed up nice and clean, and you're shined up, and you're dolled up very nicely, and you look pretty darn good tonight. What do you think, class? Do the people, do they look good? However, the one single remaining unanswered question, how will they serve? How will they protect the dignity and the integrity of the badge of a police officer? How will they keep it clean, pristine, and free from tarnish and blemish? Class, how will you serve? I have the answer. Tonight, during the final inspection, I walk through the ranks. I visit each and every one of them. And doing so, I look into the eyes and the faces and study each and every one. What am I looking at? What do I see? I do not see doubt, confusion, uncertainties. I see hope, promise, confidence. I see that eagerness and willingness to learn, to discover, and go forward in life. And life, as we all know, is one constant and continuous learning experience. A young mind, expanded, enlarged, enriched with all of the values that this certification brings, can never shrink or return to its former size, because skills, talent, knowledge are absolutely no burden to carry. Now, when we separate and leave here tonight, you'll be crossing a threshold into a new era. Some of you have jobs to go to, others will be seeking employment. You need to be the very, very best at whatever you endeavor into. So, set your sights high, point your arrows upwards, skywards, and don't be afraid to take that chance, because the biggest loss is taking no chance. Let's take a good look at reality, class. Out in that real world today, it's the person who applies himself, the one who digs in, perseveres, and lasts the very longest. It is not always the brightest bulb that succeeds and becomes successful. The human body and the human mind will perform far, far beyond your expectations, but only if you challenge them. All good things begin with a vision. Every one of you have some kind of a vision. Each and every one of you are loaded with incredible potential. What you need to do is reach inside of yourselves, get a hold of it, shake it loose, and put it to work. Again, I'll repeat. The human body and the human mind will perform far, far beyond your expectations, but you must challenge them. Today, you will add to yourself one new dimension of character. You will add to yourselves an indelible mark of distinction that will remain with you. And here today at this level, you will graduate from the absolute finest and most challenging police academy in this Commonwealth. And it now becomes your turn to maintain, add to, and build upon that long legacy and the great reputation that law enforcement has enjoyed through the years. This reputation is a result of those who served before you. People like your directors, Kevin Mahoney, Mr. Jerry DeSoy, some of your presenters here tonight, and your cadre of instructors. Note in your program that the cadre of instructors are all listed by name. And further note that they come from all walks of life and every avenue and aspect of law enforcement. And each and every one of them are experts and specialists in their own focused areas of expertise. And they're here for a few reasons. First of all, they're not here for the money because Kevin doesn't pay well, and anything above minimum wage is considered overpayment here. Now that remark was intended to draw a little laughter, all right? Let me tell you why they're here. They're here because, first of all, they understand the need for good law enforcement. They're also here because they know that everything necessary to be a good police officer cannot be found online or in the textbook. They want to pass on to you, give to you, impart on all that they have learned, accomplished, and experienced throughout their careers. So one more time, let us give the instructors their well-earned and deserved recognition. Thank you, instructors. Want to keep going? Okay, class. You're certified. You get up in the morning, you're going to work. You don the uniform of the day, which consists of handguns, handcuffs, protective clothing, communicating devices, and so forth. Tonight, the old man with the gray hair and the bald head wants to give you a few more items to take, put in your tool chest, and keep with you. Those items you're about to hear, you must always have with you and never leave behind. Number one, physical endurance. Maintain your physical endurance. Number two, likewise, your mental endurance. Maintain your mental endurance, accompanied with the ability to evaluate a situation and react promptly, correctly, prudently. Number three is courage. Maintain your courage. And finally, and probably the most important of all, is number four, which is good old-fashioned common sense. You're going to have to know how to and when to policemanize a situation, and you're also going to know how to and when to humanize a situation, and I'm sure those traits will be honed sharply with experience. Class, you are now a member of Lackawanna College's Police Academy, and you will always wear our label. Going forward in life, you must position yourself and posture yourself so that we here at Lackawanna will always be as proud of you as we are today. May God bless you. May God bless and guide our United States of America, and may He watch over you throughout your entire career. Thank you.
All of our cadet classes have a designated chain of command. Our cadets are divided into platoons, and platoon leaders are selected by the Academy administration along with input from our instructors. In a police academy setting, platoon leaders play a pivotal role in bridging the gap between the academy staff and the cadet class. Platoon leaders serve as the academy's first line of support within each platoon. They uphold standards, motivate fellow cadets, and ensure clear two-way communication between the academy administration and the class, thereby enhancing overall training, cohesion, and effectiveness. I am pleased to introduce our platoon leaders for Class 263. Please stand when I announce your name. Cadet Kirsten Durr. And Cadet Anthony Passarella. Have a seat. The class speaker is selected by their fellow cadets to speak at graduation. Class 263 selected Cadet Kirsten Durr, who will now address the class and our audience.
Thank you, Mr. Mahoney. Good evening, distinguished guests, instructors, family, friends, and fellow graduates. Today is a day of immense pride, accomplishment, and reflection. As we stand here at the end of this challenging yet rewarding journey, it's hard to believe how far we've come. During this academy, I've seen a lot of sweat, a little blood, and a couple tears, and through it all, we formed strong bonds and forever friendships. We're taking the honorable step from cadets to law enforcement professionals. It feels like just yesterday we were walking into the academy, uncertain and eager to begin a journey that would test our physical, mental, and emotional limits. But now as graduates, we've earned the right to wear the badge and serve our communities. First of all, I'd like to thank our families and loved ones. The support and sacrifices you've made for us during this time have been immeasurable. Your encouragement has been the foundation upon which we've built our strength and determination. We couldn't have made it here without you. Thank you. To our instructors, thank you for your unwavering commitment to molding us not just into law enforcement professionals, but into better individuals. You've pushed us beyond our limits and showed us what it truly means to serve with integrity, compassion, honor, and selfless service. The lessons you've instilled in us will stay with us throughout our careers. Each and every one of you have given us a piece of yourselves and offered a unique perspective on how to be the best police officer we can be. You've all inspired us to reach our full potential and beyond. As we step forward into the field, it's important to remember the badge we wear is not just a symbol of authority, it's a responsibility, one that requires courage, humility, and a deep commitment to upholding the values of justice, fairness, and respect for every life we encounter. We are not just enforcers of the law, but guardians of those who cannot protect themselves and advocates for those in need. To quote Instructor Noble, did anyone tell you this job was going to be easy? No, good, because it ain't. With those words in mind, we know we will face numerous challenges that test our resolve in moments where we must make difficult decisions. Fortunately, we have been trained for this. We've learned the skills, strategies, and mindset necessary to navigate the most complex situations with professionalism and care. And when the weight of the world is heavy on our shoulders, we will remember the lessons we've learned from here, from our peers and our instructors in the communities we serve. As we begin our careers in law enforcement, let us do so with the utmost respect for the communities we serve, the commitment to justice we've been sworn to uphold, and the understanding that every action we take has a lasting impact. To my fellow graduates, we have come this far together, and while most of us won't share the same department, we will always be brothers and sisters in this profession. Let us face every challenge with the same grit and determination that brought us to this point. Our journey is just beginning, and the work we do matters more now than ever. Lastly, congratulations, Class 263. Today marks the start of a new chapter, a new responsibility, and a new opportunity to make a difference. Be confident in every action you take, but keep a humble mindset. Let us honor the trust that has been placed in us and walk forward with humility and purpose. I'm very proud to call you all my brothers and sisters. With that being said, let us honor the brave men and women who have donned in this uniform before us, the ones who have made the ultimate sacrifice. Let's make them proud. Thank you.
Pretty good, huh? I am very pleased to introduce tonight's guest speaker, the Honorable Stephanie J. Salavantis, President Judge of Luzerne County. In November of 2021, Judge Salavantis was elected to the Luzerne County Court of Common Pleas and took office in January of 2022. She was assigned to the Family Court Bench, which focuses on custody, divorce, protection from abuse, and support cases. In December 2024, Judge Salavantis was elected to and presently serves as the President Judge of Luzerne County Court of Common Pleas. Prior to taking the bench, Judge Salavantis served as Luzerne County District Attorney for nearly 10 years. As District Attorney, she worked closely with all local, state, and federal enforcement agencies and attorneys throughout Luzerne County. She also oversaw victims resource coordinators, community outreach programs, and dedicated an enormous amount of time to diversionary programs that benefit juveniles of our community, as well as those individuals suffering from mental health and substance abuse disorders. On the bench, Judge Salavantis is committed to ensuring that all individuals in our community who are in need of mental health and/or substance abuse treatment are supported through appropriate resources. It is my honor and privilege to introduce President Judge Salavantis.
Good afternoon. It is my pleasure and honor to be here tonight for your graduation ceremony. I know that I am the last person standing between the cadets and their awards and diplomas, so I promise I will keep this very short. This is an exciting opportunity for all of you. I applaud you for taking steps toward a career in this profession. You're about to embark on a career that will challenge you, inspire you, and give you the opportunities to make a real difference in people's lives. But it's not easy to choose to become a police officer because it is more than just a job. You have chosen to pursue the most noble of all professions, and in so doing, have dedicated yourselves to the service of justice. You have volunteered to follow a higher standard with a higher degree of integrity, honesty, and conduct. You have volunteered to protect this nation, its citizens, and those unable to protect themselves. You volunteer every day to run towards danger, to the sound of gunfire, when everyone else is running from it, to save the lives of the people you don't even know. You hold your ground in defense of all others so that you are able to live safely. You have volunteered to subject yourself to the scrutiny and questions from just about everyone around you. You must make split-second decisions that may mean life or death. You're both desperately needed and totally unwanted at the same time, in the same place, and possibly by even the same person. At every turn, the criminals are getting smarter, more numerous, and more sophisticated. The laws are getting more restrictive, and it seems that resources are dwindling. The Constitution favors the defendant, the burden favors the defendant, the rules favor the defendant. There have been times that I have wondered if the good guys could ever win. Do you stand any chance at all? This is when I look over and I see and remember people like you, all of you who choose to fight this fight despite the odds. Maybe you choose to fight this fight because of the odds, because if not you, then who? As Edmund Burke said, the only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men and women to do nothing. Each and every day, though it's an uphill climb and it's mostly a thankless battle, officers lace up their boots, put on their badges, and walk the walk of the righteous, because they are the good men and women who, despite all odds, refuse to do nothing. The path ahead won't be easy. There will be long nights, dangerous situations, and moments of doubt. But there will also be moments of triumph, of lives saved, of communities made safer, of justice served. These are the moments that will remind you why you chose this noble profession, and I beg you never to forget it. Again, I thank you for allowing me to speak here tonight and to be part of this amazing night for all of you, and most importantly, your families. May you serve with honor, protect with courage, and always strive to be the officer that you would want showing up at your door in your time of need. May God protect you, and may you find happiness in your new path ahead. Now I have to say, I want you to go out, and I want you to make all of us proud. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Time for class awards. While we are very proud of all of our cadets, we would like to recognize those in Class 263 who have excelled in various areas of academy training. At this time, I would like to ask Assistant Director DeSoy to join me at the podium and present the awards. The Driving Proficiency Award is sponsored by the Pennsylvania Chiefs of Police Association and is given to the cadet that excelled in our driving course. The award will be presented by Kingston Township Police Chief Mart Moransky. And the award goes to Cadet John Szymanski. Now, we have two very close sounding names. Third row, Szymanski. The Firearms Proficiency Award is sponsored by the Northeastern Pennsylvania Chiefs of Police Association. It goes to the cadet that has achieved the highest aggregate score in the use of pistol, shotgun, and rifle. Many of our cadets have had nearly perfect handgun qualification scores. And before the main award goes out, I would like to recognize the cadets that scored a perfect 250 out of 250. Please stand when your name is called. Cadet Anthony Passarella. And Cadet Lester Santos. And the overall award goes to Cadet Lester Santos. The High Scholastic Award goes to the cadet with the highest academic average of all courses combined. The award is presented in memory of former Assistant District Attorney and Academy Director Marianne Grippo. The winner of this award in Class 263 has achieved the highest academic average that I have seen since I joined the Academy back in 2021. An incredible 99.1% academic average. And that award goes to Cadet Carl Hummel. The Trooper Joshua Miller Physical Fitness Award recipient is chosen based on scores of the Cooper Physical Fitness Standards for Academy Training. Trooper Miller was a graduate of the Lackawanna College Police Academy and was dedicated to physical fitness. I first met Josh Miller when I was a young trooper in Tunkhannock in the late 1990s when he was a police officer for the Tunkhannock Borough Police Department. The state police, then as now, was spread pretty thin, and we always knew that if Josh was on duty, he would be the first to arrive if we required backup. Josh eventually joined the state police in 2002 and was tragically shot and killed in the line of duty on June 7, 2009, rescuing a 9-year-old abducted child. The Joshua Miller Physical Fitness Award goes to Cadet Vienna Soriano. For the past several years, our Academy has been in collaboration with the Never Forgotten Motorcycle Ride. The organization is dedicated to the welfare of police officers and first responders while keeping the memory of our fallen comrades alive. Tonight, they are donating a $100 gift certificate for Star Uniform to every graduating cadet to assist them as they commence their careers in law enforcement. On behalf of the entire Academy staff, I would like to thank the organization for their generous contribution to our new graduates. Each cadet will receive their certificate as they receive their diplomas. With us tonight, representing the Never Forgotten Motorcycle Ride, is retired Scranton Police Sergeant Michael Camarada, and he will present the certificates to our cadets after receiving their diplomas. Thank you, Sarge. Diplomas. Our cadets have the option to have a member of law enforcement or the military present present their graduation certificates on stage. I would now ask Assistant Director DeSoy to assist me in presenting certificates. At this time, I would also ask those individuals who will be presenting certificates to please come to the left side of the stage and Corporal Santiago will assist you.
Graydon Bishline, certificate presented by Sergeant Harold Morris, Briar Creek PD. Etnal Barry, certificate presented by Director Kevin Mahoney. Platoon Leader Kirsten Durr, certificate presented by Director Kevin Mahoney. Nico Eckley, certificate presented by Chief Joe Ferraro, Port Carbon PD. Nicholas Heimbach, certificate presented by Director Kevin Mahoney. Gerald Henderson, certificate presented by his father, Detective Gerald Henderson, West Hazleton PD. Carl Hummel.
Hold on.
Oh,
Henderson, come back. Detective, please. For posterity, go ahead. Camera. All right.
Carl Hummel, certificate presented by Director Kevin Mahoney. Isaac Konkalik, certificate presented by Patrolman Brandon Batchuk, Salem PD. Jonathan Mason, certificate presented by his uncle, Gerald Graves, DEA Special Agent, retired. Abigail Neary, certificate presented by her grandfather, Michael Gray, United States Marine Corps, retired, New York City Department of Corrections, retired. John Owens, certificate presented by his father, Sergeant John Owens, Swarsville PD. Anthony Passarella, Platoon Leader Anthony Passarella, certificate presented by Patrolman Aiden McIntyre, Pittston Township PD. Tiana Peralta Jimenez, certificate presented by Father Juan Peralta, U.S. Marine, E4 Corporal, retired. Maddox Reed, certificate presented by his brother, Patrolman Noah Smith, Shamokin Township PD. Chad Reppert, certificate presented by Director Kevin Mahoney. Joseph Rossi Jr., certificate presented by Director Kevin Mahoney. Lester Santo, certificate presented by Director Kevin Mahoney. Alyssa Schubrick, certificate presented by Patrolman Christopher Ritter, Kidder Township PD. Vianna Soriano, certificate presented by Trooper First Class Tom Mayer, Pennsylvania State Police, retired. Paul Stromboski, III, certificate presented by Sergeant Corey Dumont, Wilkes-Barre City PD. John Samansky, certificate presented by Director Kevin Mahoney. Brian Samanik, certificate presented by Director Kevin Mahoney. Graydon Thomas, certificate presented by Police Officer Mariah Vitovich, Shamokin PD. Tyler Wall, certificate presented by Director Kevin Mahoney.
All right, one more time for all of them. We are at the point in the program where we honor a fallen officer. Every cadet class chooses a fallen or deceased officer to whom they dedicate their training and graduation. This training underscores the seriousness of their duties performed by law enforcement, as well as the importance of serving with honor and integrity. By doing so, they honor the men and women who have laid down their lives in sacrifice of the community. Class 263 has chosen to honor Officer Jamie Roman of the Philadelphia Police Department, who was killed in the line of duty on September 10th, 2024. Officer Roman and another officer initiated a traffic stop in the Kensington area of Philadelphia. They determined that the vehicle was unregistered and the driver was not licensed. While called for a tow truck and waiting for a ride, 3 friends helped him retrieve items from the car. Officers spotted a gun holster. They questioned the driver, but he ran. As he fled, the man turned in the middle of the road and fired 3 shots, one of them hitting Officer Roman in the neck. The other officer returned fire but did not hit the subject. Officer Roman was transported to Temple Hospital and remained on life support until succumbing to his injuries on September 10th, 2024. The suspect was apprehended after he attempted to carjack a vehicle and held the man hostage before barricading himself in the house. At the time of his untimely death, Officer Roman had served with the Philadelphia Police Department for 6.5 years, assigned to the 25th District. He is survived by his wife and children. I now ask that Class 263 platoon leaders step forward for the banner ceremony. The Lackawanna College Police Academy Guidon is adorned with banners bearing the names of fallen officers honored by our cadet classes. It stands at the entrance of our classroom as a reminder of those officers that made the ultimate sacrifice in line of duty. Cadet Passarella will now affix the banner to the guidon. At this time, I would ask the audience to stand for the playing of taps and ask Corporal Santiago to bring our class to attention.
Class 263. Attention.
Please be seated.
Okay. Seat.
We've come to the end of our program, and I'd again like to thank everyone for being here tonight. Class 263 was a very good class by any measure. They came to the Academy from all walks of life and backgrounds, and each contributed to the success of the class in their own way. To Class 263, as Academy Director, one of my roles is to ensure that you are successfully achieving our academic and physical training requirements. Additionally, I must ensure that you are upholding our core values and adhering to our rules and regulations, and occasionally take corrective action when necessary. I realize that part of my job makes me pretty unpopular at times with the class, but it's an occupational hazard that I accept. I accept it because tonight I will sleep well, knowing that you will serve your communities with honor, integrity, and courage. Your communities will look to you for your protection, guidance, and justice. Always uphold respect, compassion, and the promise that every person deserves dignity under the law. The journey you embark on today will test you in many ways, but I have unwavering confidence in your training, your character, and your commitment. Never stop learning. Learn from your mistakes. Learn from your fellow officers. Help and support each other, because even though you may work in different departments, your time here has formed a bond that cannot easily be broken. I am immensely proud of all of you. Congratulations. I wish nothing but long and successful careers. Be good and be safe. Corporal Santiago. For the final time, please take command of Class 263.
On feet. Left. Feet. Forward. March.
Thank you, everyone. Have a safe drive home. Thank you.